Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Quest for the Finished Gun with me, Baldy Chris. And yeah, you might have spotted that things look a little bit different to normal. Because I said I was going to do it in the last video, and I have. I've save scummed it, so we get to start from as close to the rat fight as possible. And this is with the setup that was built up in the previous episode. It'll presumably be different from here on out, as the levels are procedurally generated. Did he not die? Clearly not. He's dead now. Do I want to top that up, or the machine pistol? I'll fill the machine pistol just because it's got a bigger magazine on it. But yeah, I know it's not terribly approved of, but oh dear. The whole point of this quest, or where I find myself at this point, is that I need to go to the rat fight, and I'm not very good at it, and just thought, if you've got a save file that's queued up for the rat fight, it might help actually getting some practice in at it. Rather than having to go through the first, second and third floors and all the other ones that I'm fairly well used to by now. And yeah, hopefully have some sort of favourable outcome off the back of that. If nothing else, yeah, it's just allow me to actually practice the rat fight itself. See, we're in the right room to enter the rat floor here. Just a small matter of dealing with these debts. So yeah, this snowballer, it's not a great weapon even in the hands of the gunslinger. Usually those debts can be dispatched with 1 or 2 hits from almost any other weapon. But yeah, one reason for using the previous setup for the save scumming was that we had the Nord key, we had sufficient keys to be able to get into the hatch and so on and so forth, and a fairly decent selection of weapons as well. So and even a couple of master rounds along the way as well, which is as many as we could have at this point. I think I failed to get a 3rd master round last time round, but you know, it's there. So let's see what we can get out of this floor before we actually go take on the rat fight itself. And what am I going to use? Probably the machine pistol if I can find where it is. That's the one, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, not the hallmark of a great player using a save scum, but as I say, it will help me focus in on the bits that I can't do. So that's in the first instance the rat fight itself, although I did think the overall technique used on the last episode was quite good. I don't know if it's the case that I'm getting better at it, or whether it was just a fluke, but it seemed to go okay. But the other bit that definitely requires practice on my part is the punch out phase. Just suck at that, and if I can ever manage to get more than 1 key out of the rat, well then that vastly improves the chances of actually getting the rat sack, the one outstanding item. So yeah, each key that we get is a 25% chance to pick up that one item. On the extremely unlikely event that we get 4 keys out of it, then it's a certainty. But since I only ever seem to get 1, the chances are a mere 25%, and as yet I've done no paying off for the one outstanding item. dope. Okay, who's left? Somebody is left somewhere. Oh. Cool. And a conjurer. He'll probably still contrive to hit me even behind cover. This weapon doesn't actually appear to have the range to quite reach him. Okay, what's in the shop? So, nothing much from Bello himself. Holy Grail would be useful in the rat fight, purely from the fact I'm going to get hit, and I think that restores ammo, so if you're going to get hit, you might as well have a consolation prize off it, although I would just prefer not to get hit, or have a weapon that was so powerful it would just sew the fight up. The Dark Marker has proved very, very good at being a rat fight winner in a couple of episodes in this series. That everything? So is it? Yeah, I should have maybe tried save scumming that when I had it, if I'm going to try it at all, but here we are. Find out what chests we've got before I commit to opening them. Okay, can't be very much of the level left. Okay, that was quite a good outcome. I think that grey thing protects the other enemies in the room, so being able to take it out and the thing that splits into three all at once was quite good. Okay, well, let's open up 2 blue chests. Okay, not too exciting, and then there'll be an item come out of the other blue. Actually, no guarantees it'll be an item. Do I really have to cross this room again? Is the timing the same going back? If it was, I fucked it up. And is that the jetpack? Yes, it is. Just giving us some kind of synergy. Forgot you need to activate the bloody jetpack to fly, don't you? And some activations are setting off a rocket, but not all of them. Okay, right, what am I going to take on the boss fight with? Trouble with the jetpack, although it does let you move faster, is that you can't dodge roll with it at all, and while I try to use dodge roll as little as possible, it does get you out of a jam. Damn it. This fight would be so much easier without the little helpers, and indeed if I had better ammo levels. Come on, I'm sure I had ammo left in that. Again, I could have had a better save scum if I'd saved with ammo. Just about got this beat at least. Although those last few shots were all completely wasted taking out a fairly harmless pillar. Okay, yeah, unconvincing, and no master round, and not really in the best shape all round actually. Let's fill the cobalt hammer. Is that the mallet? It is the mallet, so we're slightly cooler now, which is possibly only of limited use for this section. Didn't let a blank off. Jolly good. Right, I'm gonna I can maybe afford a key actually. I was going to say I was going to junk the chest. That's not necessarily a tip-top idea. I can't remember exactly what the lodestone amulet does. It'll obviously be something that's activated when you use a blank, but I can't remember precisely what. So I'll settle for the key and see what we get out of the brown chest. It should be an item. Sometimes the brown chest items can be quite good. And yeah, that's certainly no downside to that. That's improved aim, so that's good. Right, no point looking for the secret rooms because we can't use the blanks. So we'll head off to the rat fight. Fly across here, so might as well. Yeah, I did wonder if that was just going to hover over the hatchway indefinitely since the jetpack was still active. But no, down to the rat floor we go. And I think I will stop using the jetpack purely because it's yeah, it stops us doing dodge rolls, and there's a fair chance we're going to need to do some dodge rolling on the maze section and the rat fight itself for that matter. Okay. Not a fan of skeletons. Or spiders. What a great number of the enemies in this game, in fact. Okay, that's right, left, so down, left to finish. Yep, don't like those swarms, but managed to come out of it fairly unscathed. And another swarm. Good. Really? Come on. How many of the damn things are there going to be? Take that, death. Right, although to be fair, it's probably more him that showed me than me showed him. Right, let's top up that ammo, because it was fairly effective last time against the rat fight, at the first phase of the rat fight at least. And what else needs topping up? I'll put something into the membrane, but I think I'm going to go with light gun and cobalt hammer. Hopefully this time I'll be able to effectively change over between them as intended, and I think the ice bomb would be more useful active than the jetpack. Right, here we go. Could this finally be the time? Damn it. He's nearly gone at least. Got very lucky right at the end there by avoiding that little fan-shaped attack. Standing in completely the wrong place for it at the beginning. Okay. Not too bad. Still got both blanks left. Bugger off. How many times does that hit me? Completely unacceptable. Oh, stop it. Probably not the ideal time to blank, but he must be getting close to dead. I'm conscious that I could be also quite close to dead, so just trying to make absolutely sure. There we go. Yeah, I'm not good at that bit. Or this bit. Oh, did I actually get one in on him? Have that. Not that time. Or that time. There we go. I was hoping that super punch might do a little bit more damage than that, but... Nope, just the one key. Plus ça change. Yeah, I could really do with getting better at that bit, but it's very difficult to practice something that's very difficult to get to. And yeah, I suppose effectively I've done what little practice I have for it in rainbow mode. But as I'm sure I've said before, rainbow mode just doesn't let you open the chest. Well, you can open the chest, but you can't get what's in them, and you have to get what's in them to get to the finished gun. So our old friend RNG once again. Where's the light gun? Let's fill that up, because that did me good. It's here somewhere. That's it, isn't it? Didn't even get to use the cobalt hammer in the end, did we? No. Right, okay. I think it's unlikely there'll be any mimics, but we'll check. Okay, where's the sack? God, this is annoying. I think I'll actually leave the jetpack behind. I think the ice bomb is slightly more useful. Okay, well, we've got a good item, just not the one that we wanted. Now, if we really felt cheeky on any given run, this is certainly one that's, well, actually no, it would be no use to speedrunners at all. They wouldn't be going to secret floors. But you can, if you save a key for this one, take yourself down to the 5th floor rather than the 4th floor. Again, I was going to suggest might be useful in challenge mode, but no, you want to keep as few floors as possible for challenge mode. In fact, I think the time I did do challenge mode, I got very lucky in that I found a glitched chest, and that took me straight off where I was on the 2nd floor, put me down to the 3rd floor, which, if you've not seen, it consists of one room and one room only. Featuring a beholster and also a glitched beholster as well. It's a tough fight against the two of them, but if you do beat them, then that's the entirety of the 3rd floor done, and then you go off to the 4th floor. So yeah, that would definitely help speedrunners out, but it happens incredibly infrequently. I think I've only seen it 2, maybe 3 times, I don't know. I don't know why I'm using the starter pistol here. There's a wealth of weapons to choose from. I'll try the old light gun again. Use the membrane as a backup for anything that needs a bit of a heavier hit. Or, you know, just sacrificing myself in a corner. Twice. Right, screw you guys, I'm going Pac-Man. Probably quite poor timing really, since it turned out most things were in fact dead. Where's the key? There it is. Yeah, some extra health wouldn't be a bad thing, since I didn't exactly come out of the rat fight with huge amounts of it. Came out of the rat fight, that's the headline news here, it doesn't always happen. Thought I'd managed to get him before he built his jammed buddy. What's down here? Something was shooting at me. Enough with the homing bullets. It's fine for me to use homing bullets, but not the residents of the Gungeon. I didn't think I took a hit there. Okay, and rocket. Ooh, hello, boss. Oh, screw it, let's just go Pac-Man. Hopefully that'll help clear out the room. If I don't get stuck on stupid tables, that is. Yeah, presumably I didn't Pac-Man Death out of existence, but I didn't notice him departing in the usual fashion. What does Crown of Guns do? I'm not used to seeing it in that shape, so it must do something funky with the gunslinger. Oh, it does. I think when I first got Crown of Guns as a novice player, I thought, oh, this is fantastic. 3,000 ammunition, really fast firing, and goes everywhere. You don't have to do any aiming or whatever, and 3,000 will last forever. And it doesn't, it just runs out really, really quickly. It's not even super effective. Decisions. I do quite like mutation. Gungeon Ant wouldn't be bad, but it is quite similar to the lowercase r with the gunslinger. What's 78 and 54? How much does that add up to? More than 120, so I can't have both of them. I'll take mutation just for a variety in the arsenal and see what we get. And might as well open the chest. Is that Cog of Battle? It is. Oh, it's a passive item, yeah. So that will, if I manage to do it, improve reload speeds, but there's every chance I won't manage to do it, and it in fact slows down your reload speeds if you miss it, I think. So it turns out those things aren't electricity proof, which is very much to the good. And nor are the tarnishers. Put him down very quickly, which I was definitely pleased to see, because they're among my least favourite enemies. You don't seem to be able to kill them quickly in most circumstances, and yeah, I find them very, very hard to avoid. That's one time where having flight's a good option, actually. Well, it's not really an option, but a good upgrade to have had. Marvellous. Wonder, can I actually get away with pushing any of these things into the pit? Never actually got to find out. I hadn't realised the small ones had survived the onslaught. But yeah, just about managed to squeak through without taking a hit. And what have we got here? Oh yeah, face melter. Which I find to be a fun weapon, but not necessarily crazy effective, but it's not bad. Okay, I actually meant to be using the mutation going into this room, but got all confused. Hello, shopkeeper. I would hope we don't need a ration at this point, but you can never tell with me. Nothing super exciting in here then, really. Just pondering whether to get a key, which will mean we can open both chests on the 5th floor, or actually, do I want the Gungeon Ant off the off Goopenstein? I'll have the Gungeon Ant. I believe I've got enough for it now. I do. Okay, right. boss fight. Let's see if I manage this a little bit better than in the last episode. And we'll try it with the face melter to start with. That was a stupid hit. Hopefully that amp has been placed close enough to them to be doing some decent damage, as well as the stuff coming out of the guitar itself. Stuck in the doorway. I think I'm finally getting better at that last phase of the kill pillars as well. It used to be, I'd get to that point and unless I could put them down extremely quickly, they would just literally stomp all over me. Okay, there's another beam weapon there. Right, so we can look for secret rooms, might as well do that. Never tell when the wall's set up like that, but I don't think it was. See, I think I must have clipped him there, he didn't seem to like that. Okay, none of those appear to be secret room. What about the shop? Probably just going to be wasting a blank. And sure enough it is. Well, since I've wasted that one, might as well waste all three. And just explode them in random rooms. None of which have secret rooms leading off them. Hoorah! Okay, let's have a look at the 5th floor. With one fewer key than is ideal, but yeah, we'll see. Don't know if this demon's head is better or worse than the mutation. Got some weird graphical bug going on it there. Okay, I will change that over to the mutation and hope that we can actually see what we're doing with it. Ooh. Oh, right, okay, come on Pac-Man, I should have Pac-Man'd straight away. Mutation was just not good in this room because it pushes you back. Shall I open this chest? Yeah. It's a movement speed up, I think. Which is no bad thing when it comes to crossing that bloody ring. Yeah, really not idealised gameplay there. It's just hiding in the corner and hoping for the best, but it did work. Normally you actively want to stay out of corners and maximise your escape routes. Yeah, the mutation's doing good work, but it can be a little hard to see what's going on at times. That would have been a daft plummet to fall into that little pit. I think there's a pit around that pillar. Don't think I've got any guns I want to swap out for anything else. Okay, yep, maybe shouldn't have used the key on the blue chest. Okay, that's the west wing cleared out. Rooms like this one with the conveyor belts in can be useful to have flight in those because you just hover above the conveyor belt. But I think you only see conveyor belts on the 5th floor, and even then they're not that common, so again, limited benefit. I mean, if you get given something with flight, it's definitely worth having. I don't know if it's worth going out of the way to get. Ooh, mini boss. See how resistant he is to electricity. I'm hoping not very. Good. And I will top up the ammo in the mutation. Okay, have we got any secret rooms? Yes, we do. Got some health and an item in it. Presumably just the one. Oh no. Well, that's strange. So the Lost Adventurer's in a secret room. I've never seen that before. Not really clear how to get into it. Doesn't seem to be off this room. There, that's why. Let's go see him. I forgot, of course, I have already got a map. That is a good thing to share with him straight off there. And what's he giving us? RPG. Yeah, alright, thanks for that, dude. Don't know if it might have been more beneficial to hang on to the blank, but we've got doing quite well for funds, so might be able to buy some blanks out of the blacksmith shop. Where were we? Yeah, not going to pick up the health in this room just yet, simply because it's a full heart, and at the minute I only need half a heart. Pac-Man it. You can Pac-Man death, that is extremely helpful. Well, I did not know that before. Every day's a school day. Oh, for goodness sake. Very, very silly. And a room I've basically emptied where the hammers were static as well. Oh, we know the secret room is down there. Do I want to use a blank to figure it out? Go on, yeah. Oh, the item is underwhelming. Still. No. So I wasn't expecting that to come so quickly. I mean, literally none of this should come as a surprise, what with having the map, but I obviously didn't bother looking at it fully. Yeah, tucked right in the corner. Not clever, but hopefully enough cover to live through it. Did wonder if that was everything dead. It's not. I never thought I'd be complaining about having whole heart health lying around the place, but I've got 3 of them and it's only a half heart that I'm missing. Right, oh, you don't have blanks for sale. That was misjudged. And insufficient funds for, well, almost everything. We'll take the hot lead just because we can afford it. We'll take the bullet that can kill the past. Feel with this setup we might as well take on bullet hell. Right, now what am I going to use against the dragon? Can plonk the amp down in front of her. Him, her, I don't know. Them, let's use a gender neutral pronoun. Okay, yeah, it's doing reasonably solid damage. Quite charitably as well, some of the more avoidable attacks. So maybe we don't need blanks after all. Don't know if that's necessarily going to be the best heart killer that we've got, but oh, even the Guanstone's helping out a little bit here. No, we're going to need something other than that. Especially as that's just about to run out. Well, Gungeon Ant will pack a punch, whether it's enough or quick firing enough to do the job remains to be seen. Possibly. Possibly not. That really looked like it was done to me. Ooh, that was a slight dead end there. Got very lucky not taking a hit in there. Okay, I believe that was flawless. I've got a warning on the the battery life on the controller earlier, so I'm just going to switch over to a different one. Okay. It would be a bit of a bummer to have the battery die right in the middle of combat. I'll have that, thank you. And then, for all that I wasn't a fan of the the whole heart health, when I only needed half a heart, I will pick it up nonetheless. Irritatingly no keys, so I'll just have to junk the chests, see what we get out of them. An explosion in the face. So, a travesty that those things can't be saved for the next floor. Okay, is there another chest to destroy as well? There is. So, nothing terribly beneficial out of any of them, which is probably not all that surprising. And yeah, we're never going to be able to buy anything with 5 credits. So off to Bullet Hell and see how well that does. Didn't even realise I hadn't picked those up. Wonder why it didn't give them to me before. Seemed like an odd time to have it chuck them at me. Yeah, just going to make sure I do go in via the bullets that can kill the past way rather than the got you by surprise way. Which, if you weren't expecting it, would definitely catch you by surprise for sure. Just like the ending of Carrie. Spoiler alert! I mean, come on, the film's like 35 years old or something, isn't it? So. Don't feel too bad about giving away the very ending of Carrie. Carrie's a good film though, you should watch it. Okay, what's going to be the weapon setup for our old friend Bullet Hell? Probably mutation because it was doing such good work earlier, and maybe Gungeon Ant? I don't know. Right, is that everything? No, it's not. Now it is, and he chose poorly. That's a dead end. I don't think there's any way to sort of improve your chances of picking the correct direction in the out of the first room. Really, it's just a gamble. It says save for later. I don't know where that saves them for later. Is there a vending machine back here? Yes, there is. Because normally that goes to the shop or the exit elevator, and well, this floor doesn't have either. Bummer. I should have Pac-Man'd this level, this room. Never mind. It is at least seemingly the right direction to be heading in. And we'll refill that, absolutely. I did that. Thought that was just going to loop back to the start room. It sort of does loop back to the start room, but yeah, I thought it started with 2 dead ends in the right way, and strictly speaking, that's not actually a dead end. Yeah, that wouldn't have been much fun in the middle of the room with a weapon that pushes you back, such as the one we're using. Yeah, don't really like being converged upon by 2 big enemies, particularly when one of them's jammed. That was a sucker punch there, I feel. Although only suckers get sucker punched, apparently. Still doing alright for health, even though it feels like I've taken a few silly hits. Let's just go Pac-Man. Anything else left? No. But yeah, don't like spiders, don't like the wall blocky things, so I'm sure there was better rooms to use it in, but just thought I hadn't used it for a while, so give it a go. Ooh, a key. Not a whole lot of use for keys down here. Now, I don't think up's a good choice because it's heading back towards the start point. I think right is probably heading furthest away, so I'll try that. This would be a good room to use Pac-Man in because it's got a death in it, and having found out you can Pac-Man death, I'd quite like to do it again. I mean, he's out of harm's way around there, admittedly, but conscious they're all closing me down. Thought I was going to get him in the pit. Right. Die, Agonizer. All this should be keeping what's his face pleased, Frightful, because he wants Agonizers hunted. I don't know what he gets really out of me killing things on his behalf. Psychopath he is, although I'm just killing everything without remorse, so who's truly the psychopath here? Oh, Pac-Man for sure. Okay, is that everything? Not quite. How about that? I was kind of expecting to get some cash for that. Another busy room. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we did seem to pick the correct direction last time. It's hard to know which is the way to go this time. Probably not the middle option. Or maybe the middle option, who knows? I'll try downwards first of all. It's not a dead end yet, but since bullet hell's such a troll, you can have dead ends that last 2, possibly even 3 rooms. Bloody shot grubs, their reflected shots get literally everywhere, and it absolutely was a dead end as well. Bastard. Let's try the middle one then. Drop these little bastards in the pit if possible. Okay, if you want to drop me some chests to go along with all these keys, that would be nice. And that mutation's going to run out quite soon as well, so some ammunition would be a nice drop to get as well. Okay, that is empty. Swap that out for the membrane for the time being, I think. And let's go back to the mutation, in fact. Oh, that was the demon head, not the mutation. Duh. Mutation. Phil, thank you. But I picked another dead end, yep. Sterling work, Christopher. Sterling work. Thought for a moment this was a dead end as well. It's like, it's not that much of a troll, is it? Okay, what's gonna be good for attacking the boss with? Possibly the face melter again?